Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to PM with Kim, y'all. A wonderful Wednesday evening to you. I hope your day was better than you anticipated. I hope something happened today that just made you smile and made your day. I always tell you all to be a reason why somebody smiled today. I hope somebody made you smile today. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to PM with Kim. If you missed me this morning, go on back and check out the video, AM with Kim, and any other ones that you missed. But thank you for circling back around this evening, and I hope all is well in your world, on your side of town, on your side of the world, wherever you may be. I pray that you made it through traffic this evening. If you went out, if you had to work today, you made it home, and you're home relaxing and got your feet up and got you something good to eat for dinner, and that you are relaxing and unwinding. So I hope all is well with you. All is well with me this evening. I am gonna just be relaxing. That's it. That's all. Not much going on over here. But I'm just gonna give you a little PM evening inspiration on PM with Kim. Just some thoughts that I had today. Actually, just recent thoughts this evening that popped in my head. I was like, oh, okay, that's what I want to talk about. So I ain't gonna hold you long. I'm not gonna hold you long. But I just wanted to talk about, I'm always talking about faith over fear. Faith over fear, faith over fear. And I'm always going to talk about that, because talking through that helps me and helps everybody else. But I was pondering this evening, what about risk and faith? And then think about, is risk, because a lot of times people associate risk with fear. So is it, when we say faith over fear, are we saying faith over risk, or is risk a negative thing, or is risk a positive thing? And that's something I want you to ponder. Is risk the same as fear in your world? We know what faith is. And faith is what we hold on to handle and deal with everything that comes our way in life. But are risk and fear the same thing in your world? Or do they mean something different? And so I want to venture to put it out there, because a lot of times people associate risk with fear. They're afraid to take risks because they're afraid to fail, or they have a fear of failure. Or that sense of doubt, or that dread to not do well. So a lot of times people put those two together, faith and risk. Fear and risk for a lot of people are synonymous. And so I just kind of want you to ponder that. But I venture to make you think otherwise, because for me, they're different. Because I put faith in front of it. And so I think about the things we take a risk with. We take a risk every time we walk out the door. Every time we get in the car, we take a risk, but we don't think about that. We just get in the car, we drive. We just walk out the door and we think we're going to be okay. But there have been so many incidences where people have walked out their door and they didn't, that was it. People get in their car and that was it. We take risk every time we eat out processed food. We take risks every time we breathe this air that is polluted. We take risks every time we, just anything. So all of the things that we just do so nonchalantly with no second thought are risks. They are risks. But we only seem to associate, it being a risk when it's something big. Or you taking a risk when you get on that plane. Man, you safer on the plane than you are on these streets. Planes crash less than cars. But we think because it's so big that the risk is heavier. But the little things that we do, that we are so nonchalant about, have a greater risk than some of the things we put, a huge weight to. And so I'm thinking let's think about how we look at risk. And I venture to encourage you to get over your thing with risk if you've put so much weight on risk and you've equated it with fear. And so that's where my little idea comes in, is that put faith in front of risk and you're good to go. I was working in a school a couple years ago, and our beginning of the year activity, those opening days, you're doing all these activities, who are you, blah, blah, blah. But this was one of the best activities I've done, and I've been using it and recycling it since. And we had to think about we had to write a little paragraph of who are you aside from your titles, like mother, father, sibling, teacher, mentor, accountant, whatever, all of the titles that we have in our lives. Who are you outside of that? And I was like, oh, I like that. And I sat and I pondered and I pondered. And my first, I can't regurgitate to you what I wrote, all of the things I wrote in there. But my first sentence, because this is the foundation of who I am, I wrote, I am a faith walking risk taker. You notice I put faith walking before I said risk taker, because I walk in faith, which allows me to take my risks. And I got that from my mama, y'all. My mama was a faith walking risk taker, and I watched her, and I inherited her boldness and her audacity, and it's paid off. People look at me and they look at some of the decisions I make, and they like, girl, you crazy. Now I got faith. But take the risk. Why not? Take the risk. Stop being afraid. Stop being fearful. Put your faith in front of it, of the risk. What is my risk? Is this risk something that's going to better me? Is this risk going to make my life better? Is this risk going to make me feel better? Is it going to be something that I'm going to embrace and it's going to be good for me? Is this risk something that's going to enhance my life? Is this risk something that is worth it in the long run? And if the answer is yes to any of those questions, then do it. Stop being fearful. Stop worrying about what other people think. Because when you do something, it might look crazy as ever to somebody on the outside. So what? You can call me crazy. You can look at me. You can talk about me. Kim, she crazy. She be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That's okay. But here I am, and I'm all right. Because I put my faith first. And then I take the risk. But before all of that, I'm prayerful. Lord, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the risk that I want to take. This is the thing I want to embark on. And don't even call it a risk. This is the thing I want to embark on. This is the thing that I want. This is what my heart is leading me to. Okay, Lord, is it for me? If it is, give me a sign. He always usually does give me a whole bunch of signs. And then give me the strength and the faith to walk to it, to walk through it, to get to it, to do whatever I need to achieve or to attain that thing that I call a risk. And that's where I am successful. Now, every risk that I've taken under faith, has it worked out? But I have learned something. I've learned who I am in that process. I've learned if I'm going to venture off into that same thing again, then I know what I did or didn't do correctly in the first venture, so that the next time I embark on it, I already know, okay, well, you know what, that business venture didn't work out, but it didn't work out because you didn't have your marketing piece together. Or you didn't, you didn't utilize your social media enough, or you didn't, whatever. So if it's, if it's a business venture, or if it's a, something that you sought to do and it didn't quite work out, it didn't fail. You just learned something. And then you take what you've learned and you hone it, you shape it, you craft it to the thing that you need to do, and then you take that risk again. You walk in faith and you take that risk again, and then you'll be successful. So let's pull back the sting or the fear of risk if we put faith in front of it. We put prayer on it and we put faith in front of it. You can't lose. Even if you don't prosper in that venture, even if you don't get what you wanted out of that thing, you still advanced. You still grown. You still learned something, because you can take then what you've learned and experienced and apply it to other stuff. So take the power away from the word fear that we attach to risk, and couple it with faith on the front end and prayer before you begin, and there you have it. So if you want something, if you feel like that's something that's posing itself as a risk, is worth it. It's going to make you better. It's going to make your life better. It's going to enhance your world. It's going to make life better for you in some way, shape, or form. If the answer is yes, put your faith on it. Pray about it and then move. Faith without works is dead. Move on it. Stop being afraid. Stop being fearful to step out there and take a hold of life and grab what you want. You take risk on other stuff that could have way more detrimental effects on you than to seize or take hold of the things that will bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring you peace, bring you whatever you fill in the blank that's attached to that risk. So yeah, let's be bold. And I just say it all the time. Thank my mother. Golly, she taught me some good stuff. And she would do some unorthodox stuff that looked crazy as ever to everybody else, but it made sense to her. And 9 times out of 10, that thing worked in her favor. And I have inherited that same spirit. And 9 times out of 10, when I put my faith in front of that risk, and I take that risk on faith in prayer, 9 times out of 10, it works for me. And that one time that it doesn't, or it doesn't prosper the way I want it to be, it still worked because I learned something. So take your faith and the risk and couple them together, and then move in action, and you're more than likely 9 times out of 10 gonna get that thing that you have set forth to get, to achieve, to attain, because you put your faith on it first. And then you stepped out and you took that risk, and you did not allow fear or doubt to get in your way or to pull you off or sidetrack you. We got to start taking back our power, and you have the power to do whatever it is you want to do. But you gotta empower yourself. You gotta speak life. You gotta speak confidence. You gotta talk yourself up. You gotta be your biggest cheerleader and say, you know what? Go ahead, Kim. You can do that. If that's what you want, go for it. Go for it. Life is too short to not go for it. Go for it. Man, we waste so much time doubting and fearing and sitting stagnant and under the weight of hesitation and procrastination and fear that sit on top of us. Knock it all down. Knock the building down and keep it moving, and put your prayer first, add your faith to it, and then walk in that risk, and then tell God, I trust you, I believe you, and I'm holding on to my faith. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And then, like I said, if you don't get or achieve or attain that thing, that risk that you set out to achieve or attain, at least you did it. At least you did it. And you can say, all right, good for you. Good for you. You didn't allow fear and doubt to sit on top of your risk, and you went for it. You stepped out on faith, and that's all that matters. So stop being fearful. Stop doubting. Stop equating fear and doubt with risk, and put that faith in the front of it, and put some action behind it. Baby, baby, you're going to win. You are going to win. Yes, yes, and yes. Your faith is bigger than your fear. Your faith is, your faith makes the risks worth taking. Yeah. So is it worth the risk? I'm going to leave it right there. Is it worth the risk? And do you have enough faith to step out there on that risk and reach out and grab it with the covering over you, especially if you know you got the covering over you? I don't know, something for you to think about this evening. I just want to put something on your mind. Come on. Yes. Faith walking risk taker. That's who I am. That's who my mama was. And thank God that that's who I am. Because life is, it's worth the living. Even in your experiences, and even when the outcome is not always what you wanted it to be, you learn something. At least for me. That's what I can say. So put your faith in front of the risk with prayer and covering surrounding you, and move in action, and watch God show up. Watch him show up. So ponder those things. Ponder that question. Is what you want, is that risk worth it? And if it is, you already know what you need to do. Adjust accordingly. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's it. That's all, y'all. That's my PM inspiration, my evening inspiration on PM with Kim. I hope it gave you something to think about. I hope it put a little fire under you to step out there and to take hold of whatever it is you want to take hold of. Just in all things, prayer, thanksgiving, and action. You can be good. You're going to be good. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And will God do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Because in the words of my guy, Anthony Brown, use it. I trust you. I believe you. And I'm holding on to my faith, Lord, as I take this risk. And watch him show up. That's it, y'all. May the rest of your evening be richly blessed. I hope that when you lay down tonight, that your sleep will be peaceful and restful and sweet, and that your dreams will be amazing, and that the hand of God will rest upon you all night long, and that the angels will encamp all around your home, keeping you and everybody in it safe from hurt, harm, or danger, and that when you awaken tomorrow on that thankful and thriving Thursday, that you immediately say thank you, and that you get up and you start moving towards those things that you want to move, and that you'll be refreshed and revived and renewed and ready to run on and to take hold of all of those things that your heart desires under the covering of God's grace and faith. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that guards your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit in Christ Jesus. May the love of God cover you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. May you get everything you attempt to go for in faith and in risks. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. I love you. I love you. I love you. Rest well. Have a good night. And don't forget me in the AM with Kim in the morning, y'all. All right. See you then.